Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator, where we are currently chilling. Specifically, we are looking to get our last few, well, we're finishing up this mine, but we're working to get a last few farming settlements done too. We're building a farming settlement. Where is it? I feel like it should be appearing. Where are you at? Oh, it's over here. It was hidden behind all of the troop movements. Okay, I got you. There we go. We got there in the end. Fantastic. So we're cruising along at speed 5 here for the moment. We're intending to stay at peace for a while. If we are forced into taking some sort of action through some sort of a big consolidation, we will. But that's more of a self-preservation thing. For the moment, I'm far more interested in letting our stability come up. It's really low right now. We definitely need to let our stability rise. Our AE is dropping nicely as well. So that's looking good. How are we doing on our farming settlement cash? Barbarians? Where are these barbarians at? That's these guys? They're heading away from our territory. So that's not actually a problem at this moment. Cool. We can afford a military tradition here, and we were working in the Iberian traditions previously for the monthly civilization change, although the unintegrated culture group happiness is pretty good too. Found city cost modifier would be pretty decent. Our territory would gain a fortress. Currently 1. Wait, but that's a settlement. That can't gain a second fortress, right? I'm pretty sure that would just go to waste. I'm pretty sure. I think that maybe we take the supply limit and pop migration speeds. That said, getting a bunch of pops over here would be pretty decent. And we do have a fair amount of light infantry in our levies. Enslavement efficiency, huh? That'd be pretty good too. Yeah, let's start going down that route. So we'll grab that for the moment. Cool. That's all looking reasonably fine. I think this war's over now, judging by the black flags. Maybe. So there's not a major consolidation going on over here. These guys are maybe a little bit spooky. 265 pops compared to our 103 power base. That's not our actual pop count. 241 pops. Okay, that's comparable. We could definitely make that work. We do need a new elder, and that is going to be this lady. Cool. So we're going to be able to be getting our farming settlement going quite soon here. We only needed 2 additional farming settlements. So we're just waiting on the month tick, and there we go. We'll get that going. Fantastic. 1 more farming settlement to go. Beyond that, we are going to have some more settlement buildings to get here. We're probably... Okay, we got more ideas from Rome, thanks. I'm thinking right now, do we want to go slave estates or do we want to go tribal settlements? Our high priest was murdered. That's very rude. We're going to put in this guy for the moment. Yeah, I think it ultimately depends on what we have for our production method, right? Or rather, what we produce here. So leather, I don't really care too much about that. Food production is a pretty big deal. Obviously, metals we want. And if we're here, can we build a farming settlement here? I think so, with the livestock. Farming settlements require... what types of food? Some types of food. I'm not sure. This guy wants to make friends with us. Okay, sure. That's fine. So, we have this farming settlement built now. That was grain. Cool. So we're definitely seeing our economy start to improve. It's not perfect. More ideas spreading in from the Haston Revolt this time. That's interesting. That didn't come from Rome. Okay. Well, that's reasonably fine. Now, this is losing in loyalty right now. 0.16 per month. Okay. It's still primarily due to this up here, right? So if we were to take a look at our pop info here, we're working on the cultural assimilation here. That'll be done eventually in January of 487. That's going to take some time, for sure. Do we want salt to be rare in the realm? I mean, no? Is this for all of Carpetania, the nation, or is this for the state of Carpetania? This appears to be for the nation. I don't want to lose that 5% happiness. I also really don't want to spend 300 gold here. That would be bad. We'll have to procure some. Yep, that's going to be painful. That's going to delay us a little bit, but that's not the end of the world, right? This is a mega campaign. We've got so much time ahead of us. So that's absolutely fine. We'll make our way out of debt relatively quickly here. We're gaining 8.38. It's not going to be too bad, but that is certainly painful. Time to share with the rest of us. 13.28 gold here. Yes. We're going to gain the tyranny, and that's absolutely fine for the moment. We definitely need that gold. Tightening the strings. Okay, so we're abandoning our research progress, which is not great. But we're in deficit, so that's to be expected. I would have preferred that we not get that one, but we are actually going to get a level of tech relatively soon here. Ish. Soon-ish. Cool. So our stability is not great right now. It would be coming up a lot faster if we weren't in deficit, and to be fair, we will be out of deficit quite soon here. So that's good. I just wish that we had managed to get that last farming settlement built before we went into debt. That would have been nice, but alas. We'll take the tyranny here, I think. So we're at 5.2 tyranny right now. That will bump up our national slave output by a bit. Not that that's the biggest of deals. Prosperity. Yes, give us that sweet, sweet national tax. Not that we get that much from taxes, right? Most of our money is coming in from commerce. Well, it's a decent chunk from taxes. But still, 9.05 is not huge. But now that we are out of deficit, we should be seeing our stability going up by a lot more, and that is indeed exactly what we see here. So that's perfect. Now, we do have some disloyal provinces ticking on down here. The real question is, are we going to get this pop converted in time? This is going to be in under a year? Yeah, this pop is going to be converted in time. Good. That's exactly what I want to see. So that's fantastic. I do wish local provincial loyalty plus 0.01. That's fascinating. But I really want this province to not rebel. That would be ideal, but I don't think there's any real way around it at this point. We'll see what happens once our pop conversion occurs. We'll see. The pop conversion will happen here, so that should be reasonably fine, all things considered. So this is going to be 51 months. Okay, that's a while yet. Taxed druids, huh? The exploitation will go on no more. Cool. A call to arms from our ally here. And who are they fighting? They started a war against Guguria. These guys over here. We'll accept that offer. Are we going to go help them? It'll generate us some military experience, so I think that we will. We're going to raise up our levies. We're not going to get like mercs or anything, but we're going to raise up levies and we'll group up over this direction. Cool. Not that I necessarily think they need our help, but looking at this, we're not spending that much money on this. Our martial advances go up as well, which is great. Now, I'm generally thinking that I'm going to be spending the advance in the category that generated it, usually, just to keep it a little bit more evenly spread out than it has been in the past. Not that this is necessarily a good thing, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So material science here would give us army weight modifier, would be pretty decent, and we can grab some discipline down this way. Alternatively, we could do like logistics division and reduce our, or rather increase our supply limits, which wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing. That would probably be quite good, in fact. So we'll grab military artisans for now. That doesn't give us a huge amount, but I mean, at least we get level 1 martial advances. More ideas coming in. Beautiful. That actually gives us an idea from each of these advanced types. So we're going to go into civic advances, and I want to grab that slave output. Beautiful. And in oratory advances, we're probably going to work our way down something over here. Specifically, what I want to work towards is pop growth, but I don't think there's any of that in oratory, as far as I'm aware. So we probably want to go like pop cap and get these freemen here. So we'll go to legal patronage. That'll take us down this direction. Okay. In our religious advances, I absolutely do want to work towards that population growth. So that would mean like grain rations, bread stamp, and obstetrics. So that would mean heading down this direction, right? So we're going to grab due process for now, and that'll do. Cool. So we're gathering our forces, and we're heading in here. Looks like our ally has lost these battles, which is awkward. We just stack wiped one of their units, apparently. That's intriguing. We're going to continue to head on in over this way. And our primary goal here, of course, is to generate military experience. So that's fine. We're going to head this direction and look to start up a siege. We can probably do a couple sieges at once with the number of troops we have here, right? Pretty sure we can. So I'm going to send these guys here. I'm going to send these guys not exactly here. I want to keep an eye on this force here, but I do want to grab some of our levies here. Specifically, I'm going to grab... that's a little awkward that this clips onto there like that. Sure. I guess we're going to leave behind these guys, and that's it for now. Oh, we can't actually move up there because of the zone of control. Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll continue to work on sieging this, and we've got that under control now. I guess we can make our way over here and just cap our way through. Sure, why not? That'll work. We have 136 gold right now, which is not quite enough to build our farming settlement. Okay, we're lacking 0.05 gold. Okay, that's exciting. Slaves becoming freemen. I'll take the gold, actually. Farming settlement in Satella would be good. There we go. And this is now under our control. So we're, at this point, as soon as this fort falls, we're ready to go in here. Now they're retreating, and we do know that there's a supply issue over here. Wait, we're able to just walk in here? Apparently so. Well, that's interesting. When did that change? I wonder if it's based on this occupation. Maybe. Now, we could flip this over. So transfer the occupation here. Do we have any interest in taking this territory? Honestly, not really. So we'll do that for now. Beautiful. And I'm going to leave behind these guys for the time being. And the rest of our forces are going to head up here. Beautiful. And we're going to walk directly in this way. Slightly awkward there. Now I'm going to walk back over here, and we're going to stack wipe them. There we go. We just won our siege down here. Beautiful. So we're going to head on up and begin a new siege. Cool. 14. Why would this be at 14? Oh, that was our war score, not the overall war score? Because that went down to 0. That must be the... Oh, that must be our war score. It's a little odd that it gives us our war score there, not the overall, but sure, whatever. What is all this going on over here? Fugitives are crossing the borders. And we'll welcome them. Why are they swarming over here? Are they in another war? No. There's no one else in this war. Why are you here? I don't understand why you came over this way. And then they're fighting these battles. But they're not in a war? Okay, I'm officially very confused by what they're doing over here. Is this a different ally? Oh, it is. It's these guys that are the allies. Okay. They never called us into this. Or the other war that they lost, which is intriguing. I don't know why they chose to do that. But at least I got there in the end. Cool. So we're going to finish up this siege here. It will end eventually. And we're not actually going to take any territory out over here. So that's absolutely fine. And yeah, we're taking some crushing attrition here, but that's okay. So that is controlled not by us. Beautiful. This war should be over. There we go. And now it's over. So we're going to disband our levies. We're going to gain a decent amount of military experience from that. Not a huge amount, but some. Cool. So now we can look at slave estates. Are there any slave estates that will increase any goods collected? No. Okay. We could go with provincial legations. That's a potential option. But we'd want to go through and change those later on. Is there a good way to do that? I don't know that there is. We could go for tribal settlements. I don't know that that's a great option either, though. So, if we went for provincial legations, we would want to build one, like, over here. And I think we'll do that for now. We'll go with provincial legations. Now, we're noting that this is going to rebel in 27 months. We have a bountiful harvest. Actually, the people should rejoice. We're going to take the stability here. Bumping up our stability is a big deal. So that's now 32 months. Beautiful. Okay, 31 months. A sack of Althea? That's very rude. We'll remember that crime. So our provincial legation here is going to be done in 488. Of course, down over this way, we know that we have converted one of the pops, or actually 4 of the pops over. Cool. Do we want to send this person gold? No. No, we don't. We don't want to send them gold. Why would we want that? That is definitely not a thing that we want. So we need another provincial legation somewhere. But that's down over here for now. We are on... Oh, that's disgusting. Why are we on acquisition of wealth here? We should absolutely be on cultural assimilation. Okay. That's looking solid. So we'll let that go then. I want to go through our administration then and take a look at our provinces here. So this definitely needs to be on cultural assimilation. This definitely needs to be on cultural assimilation. This should really be on, I think, religious conversion. I'm targeting 90% for switching that over. This is on cultural assimilation. It's not 90%. I'm not going to change it for now because we need both, ultimately. But that would be best to leave that be. So 0.13 per month right now, huh? I would like to boost up our stability, and I mean, we could make some sort of a sacrifice. Is that still in the religion tab? Yes, it is. So we could certainly do that to increase our stability a little faster. Probably not a terrible idea. This is currently 28 months. Yeah, that's not too bad. So we'll see what ends up happening with this rebellion. We might be able to get rid of it with bumping up our stability. There's a possibility of that. But that's a hard maybe. Only about 15 more points of stability there. 24 months currently. Yeah, we'll see. We will see. And then there's this province out over here, which definitely needs some work. No doubt about that. Let's put a provincial legation out here. There we go. So we'll get that going to help our conversions. Shame of a governor, huh? Who is this? Governor Biotica? We'll demand her resignation. So we now need a new governor down over here. That's going to boost up the happiness of the people here. We could put her directly back in. I'm pretty sure this is the same person. And I don't think that's a great concept. I'm going to put in her instead. Maybe these aren't the same person. I probably should have looked at who that was. Okay, well, she's higher loyalty anyway and lower corruption. Actually, she's at 0 corruption and the highest loyalty of them all, and is still 10 finesse. So we'll go with her. Actually, this provincial loyalty is growing now. Beautiful. That is absolutely great. Very, very glad to see that. So, probably not going to have a rebellion there then. That is just magnificent. We're at 90% centralization right now, which means that we could look to change a law if we wanted to, going down to either rights of man or rights of birth. That would cost us 15 stability. Both of these are currently growing in loyalty due to harsh treatment. Okay, so both of those are on harsh treatment, which is not necessarily ideal. Rights of birth, I think, would be slightly better here. I like to both have freemen and citizens, but I think citizens are more important. I think that the tech is absolutely a bigger deal here. I think that that's the absolute bigger problem is tech. So do we do this right now is the question. 0.31 and 0.12. I think we can get away with it. I think. It's going to be mildly painful, though. Do it. Okay. What do we got? 0.02 and 0.24. Okay, we're good. So no problem there whatsoever. Now, these are on harsh treatment, which is not what we want them on, but they would be losing loyalty without it. So for the moment, that's okay. Gaining 3 stability is good here. We will absolutely do that. That is about 1/5 of what we just spent on our law change. This guy just died, and that means we need a new war chief. And Bonadevika would be a decent option there. She's a little on the older side. She might not get to her full potential, though. We'll see. We shall see how that one ends up going. Now, we can get ourselves another provincial legation right now. And where do we want to build this? Well, I want to sort by pop assimilation speed. And we're going to build it over here. Beautiful. So once we're fully assimilated, we're probably going to need to replace some of these, right? So we're going to have these provincial legations, but what is the point of having a provincial legation in the long term? It does give local civilization level, which is fine. Migration attraction is reasonably nice. And I guess it'll continue to attract in pops. and then assimilate them into our culture, would be the idea there. That's maybe not a bad idea. That is maybe not a bad idea at all. Especially when we compare it to what's the other option. Building slave estates? Building tribal settlements? Kind of mediocre, right? We're no longer importing precious metals. Sure, that seems fine. We're going to continue to work on our slave output here. There we go. Troubling developments. Losing 2 corruption or spending 26 gold and gaining 5 corruption? The corrupt trader will not be given anything. Beautiful. So that is absolutely fine there. A parlous state, huh? An advisor with low statesmanship. I guess 6 stability for 40 gold is not actually that bad of a trade. Yeah, we'll absolutely take that. And we get additional progress due to our trade with Carthage. Fantastic. We're making some progress over here in our researches, but it's gonna be a while. We are 25 years behind time right now, and that obviously needs additional work, right? We're not surprised about that one, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue to invest in getting our assimilations done, and maybe getting ourselves some nice migration speed, hopefully in order to populate some of our slave estates. I know that we can't exactly migrate slaves. That's kind of a strange concept. But regardless, that'll be interesting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of, oh, we hit 100% centralization too, in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Rogue Corvid, Kentogan, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12UK, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.